In Beast Ridge, encountering a single powerful beast is manageable. With enough people, one might escape by luck. The real terror comes with meeting a pack of beasts. No matter how many adventurers there are, they face certain death under the wild fangs and claws of a pack. The bone direwolves snarl and tear at their jaws, creating an unnerving sound. Alan estimates that at least 5 of them are pursuing from behind, with more likely joining the chase. Alan cannot afford to conserve his strength any longer. As he runs, he casts the Windwalk spell on everyone. Although the effect is subtle, it provides some advantage. Well done, kid. Dan feels lighter with the Windwalk spell's enhancement. While his speed doesn't increase much, it saves him energy. The captain gives Alan a curious glance. To avoid suspicion, Alan explains, "I'm also a novice arcane mage." The captain does not press further. With the Windwalk spell, the group's speed increases slightly, easing Dan's need to frequently stop and fend off the bone direwolves. However, their luck remains dire. The captain's chosen direction only leads them deeper into the bone direwolves' territory, and their eerie howls echo around them. What do we do? The 6 adventurers find themselves backed against a rock wall, facing over 20 direwolves with bared fangs. Their faces are pale with fear. Black, use the rope to lasso the tree above the rock wall. "We'll hold them off," the captain orders, his expression grave. "Hold on." Black retrieves a rope from his pack, ties a stone to one end, and throws it toward a tree overhanging the rock wall. A bone direwolf attacks first, moving with incredible speed and slicing through the night like a blade. Dan reacts swiftly, gathering a pale yellow chi and using his axe to send the direwolf flying. However, another direwolf lunges at him, targeting his wrist. Just as the sharp fangs are about to pierce Dan's wrist, the captain dashes forward, his sword glowing with white light as he stabs the direwolf in the belly. Sickly green fluid gushes out, and the direwolf writhes on the sword, scratching the captain's wrist with its spines. The captain pulls out his sword and kicks the creature away. However, his charge leaves him alone against a dozen direwolves, putting him in a precarious position. A whirlwind suddenly rises around the captain, disorienting several bone direwolves and causing their attacks to miss. Meanwhile, Baldy and Dan rush in, shielding the captain and pulling him back into the recessed rock wall. Alan chants the Windblade spell again, sending 2 scion scythes flying to drive back 2 approaching direwolves. "Dan, protect the kid," the captain orders. Realizing Alan's importance, he wants Dan to guard him so Alan's spells can continue. "Captain, the tree's too high. I can't throw the rope up." Black struggles with the rope. A direwolf lunges at him, but Red quickly chops it away. Red is injured by the beast's spines and blood gushes out. "Dan, you throw. Black, protect the kid. Red, protect Dan. Baldy and I will hold the line," the captain shouts, his calmness replaced by urgency. Surrounded by beasts, his body and face are covered in wounds. A larger bone direwolf takes advantage of the captain's distraction, biting a chunk of flesh from his calf. Seeing this, Alan grabs Dan's axe, gathers ki, and smashes it down on the direwolf's head. Crack! Crack! Bone marrow and blood splatter everywhere, and the foul stench nearly makes Alan vomit. The direwolf's blood smells worse than excrement. "Watch out!" Alan's attack leaves him exposed. 3 more direwolves pounce on him. Black, who is supposed to protect him, is entangled with another beast and cannot assist. Alan drops the heavy axe, he retreats, and casts a Windblade spell backward, narrowly escaping the direwolves. As he returns, his face turns ashen. Using his own spell against himself is not pleasant. "Still a bit short," Dan shouts, glancing at his bloodied teammates and the captain drenched in blood. "Captain, hold on. I'll use arcane spells to send the rope up." Alan turned to help Dan. Without Alan's Windblade spell to hold them back, the direwolves become more aggressive, nearly attacking from all directions. The captain is knocked to the ground several times, narrowly escaping dismemberment. Inspired by the captain's spirit, the team fights desperately to rescue him from the pack. "Throw it quick." Alan sees the situation worsening. If the captain falls, the others will struggle to hold off the wolf pack. Dan, determined, swings the rope with all his might. The stone tied to the end shoots upward, but falls short of the tree by a few meters. Just as it is about to fall, a young, angry voice calls out, "Whirlwind spell." A swirling scion wind appears at the stone's peak. A chaotic wind rises from below, pushing the stone up the rock wall. The stone wraps around the tree trunk.